We have never had this cut of meat before, so this is going to be a total experiment. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we have a very special cook for you guys. We're going to be doing a beef cross rib roast from a small little farm in Northern California, right babe?
That's right.
And you've been there.
Well, it's a small town. I've been up there. I know where it is, yes.
What is it called? Five Marys?
Five Marys Ranch, I think.
And their meat is fantastic.
Yeah.
Our friends Steve and Tina sent us a gift box with a bunch of different meats in it. And one of the meats, and we've never cooked it before, is a beef cross rib roast. So doing some research, a lot of people call it the poor man's prime rib. It's a piece of meat that's actually not attached to the rib on the cow. It's between the chuck and the rib, right above the shoulder area right there. So if you cook it low and slow, it's supposed to be amazingly tender like a prime rib, but for a fraction of the cost. And we're really excited because this particular farm in Northern California makes super, super high quality meat. So it's going to be epic.
Yes.
So the plan of attack today, the battle plan, if you will. We have the roast. We're going to rub it down with the Five Marys rub. And we like that rub. Yeah, grab that, babe. The Five Marys rub.
Show it to him. Maybe
and I like it. Yeah, get in there. So I like that rub, and we're picking that rub today because it has rosemary, thyme, salt, garlic, red pepper flake. It has all like the traditional qualities of a prime rib, and the rub smells fantastic. We've never used it before. And we've never cooked this cut of meat before. So this is going to be an experiment all the way around. I do know, however, that we're using the Weber Kettle, we're using the Slow and Sear with the water trough and the drip and griddle, and our favorite Jealous Devil Max Briquette charcoal.
I'm very excited.
The kettle's going to run at about 250 degrees. We're going to put a temperature probe in this roast. We'll bring it up to about 120-ish. Then we're going to sear it, let it rest, slice it. Basically kind of how you would cook a prime rib. That's going to be our little experiment.
I'm very excited.
All right, babe, are you ready to
I'm
have
ready.
roast madness, cross rib roast madness?
I just like the smell when the barbecue's going, and I bet all of our neighbors are very jealous.
Oh, yeah. All right, babe, are you ready? Here we go. All right, so today we're going to set up our Weber Kettle charcoal barbecue. The bottom vent is going to be open about a pencil width, and then the top vent will be open about a pencil width too. Now this is used leftover Jealous Devil Max briquettes, and you can see I still got a ton of them left. So I put a new, look at these shadows, I put a new Weber lighter cube in there, and I'm just going to light it right there. I'm going to let that little side get hot, and then I'll get the lid on, and it'll start slowly building heat. Now we're setting this up for a low and slow, and so I'll add more Jealous Devil in here, and then I'll take my drip and griddle, which we love, and we'll put this right in here like so. And then on our Slow and Sear, we're going to fill this water trough full of water to promote moisture during our cooking. So we'll have a hot side, we'll have a not hot side, the indirect side, and this is going to be a low and slow cook on this little piece of meat. And I think with a little piece of cherry wood right here, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now our grill's going to come up to temp, then I'll keep the lid on, and we're going to be running this thing at 250-ish during the entire cook until we sear off the roast at the end. And this is where I'm going to be running my top vent, just like that. Maybe a little opener shut just to get it to 250, but usually I know my kettle, it usually runs with a pencil width like this and the top like that. We usually get 250, lighting it just like that using the Slow and Sear. So you can see our Five Marys Farm little roast, 2.2 pounds. It's really minimal fat on it. They did a fantastic job trimming it before they sent it to us. I'm just going to trim off a little tiny extra bit of fat, and then we're going to season it up. So not too shabby here. Now babe, my hand model, is going to give me a little drizzle of avocado oil just as our binder for this little roast. And then like I said, we're going to be using that Five Marys seasoning. Really good. Okay, give me some of that.
Can I put this up to the camera? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. You can see all the flavors and colors. And ready?
Yeah, I'll just take some in my hand and pat it in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that looks perfect.
But I like, this is probably going to do a really, really nice bark because it's really kind of coarse.
Just a tiny bit because I mixed it up.
Holy moly.
There we go. Look right down there.
Sorry for the shadow, but we got our little ambient temperature probe. We got a probe in it We got some cherry wood, our jealous devil, our water trough, our slow and sear, our drip and griddle. And now the key to the game is just low and slow. So we're gonna set this. Vent always goes over the indirect side. Coals are over here. And now we're just gonna let it roll until we get to an internal of 120. Now I don't know if you guys could see this or not. You remember the setup. I only used one little chunk of cherry wood, but we got some good smoke flavor rolling right now, which is outstanding. I feel like that's gonna give the roast a really nice flavor. And then if you look right now, the pit is only at 223, which is perfect. You want it low and slow, so it's coming along beautifully. As long as you set up your Weber like that with the Jealous Devil, it's always amazing. It never ceases to amaze me. Okay, so it's been an hour and 15 minutes. That's what it looks like at 120 degrees internal. You guys can kind of get a little view of it. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. It looks very juicy. I want to take you over to the kettle and show you what that looks like as I get prepared to sear it off. Now you can see our kettle, our drip and griddle caught all the juices on there. We still have some water in the water trough, and that's boiling off. Our Jealous Devil is starting to really heat up now that the lid is off, and that's going to be my sear zone. So I have the easy spin grate on here. I'm going to sear it off, and then I'm going to put it back on the board, and I'm going to let it rest. Just going to set that on there like that. Probably just do a minute, rotate, a minute, rotate, just to get some nice bark, some nice color, and bring that internal temperature up a little bit more. And then I'm going to let it rest for about 15 or so minutes on the board. Okay, so we're back in the house. We did a little sear job on it. We're currently rocking 134 in the dead center of it. So now I'm going to lightly tint it with foil, let it rest 15 or 20 minutes. Oh, babe, would you say it's a little juicy?
It's very juicy.
Do you want to talk about the new knife?
I'm scared of it.
Look at that thing. You got to hold that thing up.
I feel like this is like a dragon knife.
It has a bottle opener on it, too.
And it belongs in, what's that? Mortal Kombat.
Get over here.
We got to give a big shout out, though.
Yeah, thank you so much to Alton and his wife, the Dog Father's Barbecue. We won it by being the first to comment, and then Dal Strong sent us this knife. We're very excited and very thankful.
And now we're going to cut the roast with it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't even know how to cut this. Do you?
Do you want me to cut it?
Probably.
Okay. Okay, so the grains, babe, run this way.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn the board a little bit. Are we still good?
Yes, looks good.
So we're going to see. Now, like we said in the beginning of the video, we haven't... Oh, nice and tender.
Hello.
We have never had this cut of meat before. And so this is going to be a total experiment. And see...
It's like butter.
This knife is very sharp. That is for sure. This knife is definitely sharp. It kind of cuts like... It reminds me of tri-tip, kind of, but a little bit more tender on the inside. Mm-hmm. Definitely juicy.
Looks good.
So...
Looks
we'll
very
just make
good.
little roast slices.
I'm excited to try that rub.
I am too. When I was doing the research on this cut of meat, there were so many people that did this like in a crock pot, and they did it in the oven and stuff like that, but there wasn't a terrible amount of people that did it smoked on the barbecue. And a lot of people braised it and stuff, so I'm not sure if, the temperatures that we used in this video are the most appropriate way for this cut of meat. So this is all kind of an experiment that we just wanted to share with you guys. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. Mm-hmm. What do you think, babe?
I'm excited to try it.
So before we do the taste test, we have to roll our top tier channel members. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you so much. All of our channel members, regardless of the tier you're on, thank you. You are what makes this little YouTube hobby possible. So thank you very much. Okay, babe. So you get your bite. I'll get my bite.
Okay.
That's a good bite because it has crust on the outside. So you want to have... Let me just show the folks. Let me just show the folks here. Come on, camera. There we go. There we go. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like the crust.
The crust is very good.
I like that seasoning, actually. It's really good.
That is shockingly tender. I didn't think it was going to be that tender. That is very juicy and very tender.
I like the spice.
The crust is good. A little salty.
A little bit.
A little
I made
bit.
you do a little extra too. So
A little bit salty on the rub because it had that big, coarse, flaky salt. But then it follows up with that red pepper, the rosemary, the garlic,
Yeah.
the thyme. The seasoning is very good.
It's very good.
Little tiny bit salty, but very
Yeah.
good.
But learning, we don't know what we're doing and how much to use either. So
That's the first time we ever used that rub.
yeah, I thought this is fantastic. It's like a tri-tip.
No, way more tender than I tried to.
Well, yes. But that is what it reminds me of.
It's phenomenally juicy. The quality of meat is outstanding. It is like prime rib, tender. Like the crust is like a tri-tip. Like the texture, and when I was
That's
cutting
what I
it,
meant.
it felt like a tri-tip, but it made no work for this knife. But the inside feels like a prime rib.
It's really good.
What do you think, babe?
I think it was fun.
That's really good. That is exceeded my expectations. That is a very good.
Well, that makes me happy.
Of
Well, you
beef
haven't done
before.
this cut before, so.
But
we're
if you
not
guys
really
see a
knowing.
cross rib roast at the store or your local butcher or go to the Five Marys website, I would give it a roll. That's pretty darn good.
Good.
I'm pretty impressed. We learned something today all together. Here, me, you, and the YouTube fam. All right.
Okay, babe.
Until the next one, I'll
Thank
wave
you.
my new knife. Goodbye. Yeah, baby, you like that knife.
This
pretty
thing is
good.
crazy. Look at that. It's like butter. Wait, let me try a bite with it. I made it, and I still have my tongue.